This is going to be the least viewed video on the entire playlist, admittedly, because of how many times I keep repeating things. What's up, agents? Zero here, welcome back to some more Mega Skyblock. This time, we are starting things off with Season 5. Now, this particular season is long overdue and with good reason, and that's because TGC wanted to spend a lot of time adding a ton of new content into the brand new update, and he definitely delivered on that front. Now, I will go ahead and say he did have a little bit of help doing that, and he recruited not only myself, but a few of our friends as well. We got together the entire Better United group to go ahead and put some of the new features into this map together. So this is actually going to be rather cool. So obviously TGC's information right here, but if we come to the back, it says Better United Team, and as you can obviously tell, I've got my name on the list because obviously I am part of Better United. We also got Sammy, Booberry, and Major Blue Bomber. Now before we go ahead and get started, I do want to go ahead and read these books that TGC put together. So we've got the patch notes, so fixed a lot of lag issues, fixed some bugs related to spawn, fixed a couple exploits, a bunch more, and then the new features is 15 plus new islands have been added, new starter kits, which I'm going to show you guys that in a moment, new introduction cutscene, which will be improved in a future update, and many islands have been revamped with cool new designs and more XP based trade offers in the XP shop. So now that we went ahead and did that, let's open up the big news book and see what this says. For over a year, I've been working on Mega Skyblock alone, but now that has changed. The Better United team has now helping me make future updates to Mega Skyblock. They helped me with this update as well, so big thanks to them. Team members TGC, Zero, Booberry, Sammy, and Major Blue Bomber. Thanks to them, we can make Mega Skyblock even more mega. TGC and Better United team. So he gave us proper credit, which is always nice for him to do. For pretty much anyone who makes a map, it's always nice for them to do that. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is a brand new feature, starter kits, class kits. This is completely brand new as of this update. So we've got ourselves some classes. So we've got fighter, which gives us an iron sword, a bow, and arrows. We got ourselves a farmer, which is an iron hoe, seeds, and bones. And we've also got ourselves a Chef Jeff class, which is an iron axe and food. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the farmer class. And here's what, obviously, as I already mentioned, it gave ourselves an iron hoe, some seeds, and some bones. And there is a particular reason why I'm doing this. That's because I can turn all these into bone meal straight off the bat. And so, if you guys remember previous seasons of Mega Skyblock, I had to wait, I don't even know how long. Okay, so it looks like we got ourselves Researcher Z, which is also a class, and Steve, default but for a reason, which is also a class. But I'm going to stick with the farmer class, and the reason why this is so useful is because previous seasons of Mega Skyblock, I literally had to wait several Minecraft days in order to get a whole ton of wood. With this amount of bone meal at the start, that's not a problem, which is going to be super useful. So let's go ahead and get started with the actual game itself. So click this to start and says, gosh, my head hurts. Wait, where am I? And to answer that question, we are in a completely brand new opening interactive cutscene. We got ourselves a little bit of a waterfall, which is not too bad. We've got ourselves a little bit of extra scenery out the back, so we can look out these broken down walls and see a little bit of stuff going on, which is actually not too bad. And we're going to be looking through these chests right here, so it's got a little bit of at least some form of story content going on, so there's always a story. And we move on to the next chest, and if you guys couldn't tell, I have fire resistance, and this is the exact reason why. So we've got our next piece of paper that has to be told. Last but not least, we come to this chest, and we're going to pull out the last piece of paper, which it's your time to write it. Let me pull this out, And there we go. We are now starting things off straight away. So let's go ahead and start with the basics. Go ahead and break down all of this wood. And hopefully I can actually give myself an additional sapling to start things off with, because that would actually be most beneficial. What I normally like to do for Mega Skyblock, which is something that I've done in previous seasons, is what I've done is I've saved one of these pieces of wood in order to make charcoal. I'm not going to do that this time. Because of the amount of bone meal I have, I'm not too worried about getting wood right now. So I'm going to turn all these into planks. I'm going to go ahead and make myself a crafting table to start things off with. And I'm going to turn all these into slabs, which are right here. Turn all these into slabs. These slabs, if you guys are familiar with Mega Skyblock, or pretty much any Skyblock in general, are going to be your best friend. Because if you don't have slabs, well, you're going to have a little bit of difficult time. Well, I wouldn't say a really difficult time getting things around, but slabs are your friend for one reason and one reason alone. It requires less wood to get started. And I didn't even notice this while I was talking. I got myself 2 saplings from breaking it down those leaves, so that's actually not too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and place that inside of this chest, and I think I literally just saw another sapling drop down into the void, so we lost the sapling, but not really too big of a deal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all this stuff up in here for right now. Let's go ahead and make sure I get this crafting table. There we go. Let's go ahead and break down a few more of these leaves. I'm going to place the crafting table down right there. There we go. Let's go ahead and place down more of our slabs so that we make a little bit of a ring around the edge of this island, because that is what's going to help us out at the start, is actually having these rings around the island. I know it doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense to those of you who have never seen Mega Skyblock before, but this is so that we have a little bit of landmass to work with starting things out. And I should know that because I'm effectively a veteran of Mega Skyblock, because as you guys saw at the intro, this is my 5th season of doing it. So I know exactly what I'm doing. Now there's obviously a lot of stuff that's going to be happening in this season that has not happened in previous seasons, because, well, we've got ourselves a ton of new features in this next update. Well, and the update that I'm playing right now, obviously. Let's go ahead and play that there. And we also have ourselves one torch. And I'm going to place this torch right here so that we at least have some decent amount of light to start off with. And one thing I could probably do to make my life a little bit easier, and hey, got ourselves another sapling, that's always good. Let's go ahead and place this sapling inside of this chest for safekeeping. Alright, so I'm going to break down all these leaves, and I should probably be a little bit smart, because I've never had this amount of bone meal at the start of Mega Skyblock before. And considering the amount of other series that I've done on this channel, not specifically Mega Skyblock, I know for a fact that if you're too close to a tree when you're bone mealing it, well, there's a good chance you could get pushed off, or at least pushed away. So I think what I'm going to do to hopefully save myself is do something a little bit like this, so that I at least have somewhere to stand while I'm trying to get this sapling to grow. I'm assuming that's the smartest idea that I can possibly make. So let's go ahead and place that right there. Go ahead and get out our bone meal. And I'm going to go ahead and stand all the way back here and bone meal the heck out of this. And oh geez, we got ourselves a massive tree already. So we got ourselves plenty of wood to start off with. It's actually not too bad, all things considered. So let's go ahead and break down as much of this wood, well, we're going to be breaking down all this wood, admittedly. I was about to say break down as much of this wood as we possibly can, but, well, obviously we're going to want to break down the entire tree so that we can get all of the wood. That much is fairly obvious. And one thing that would probably be smart, yeah, one thing that would probably be smart is, actually, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and smelt down some of this wood right now so I can have some charcoal, which is going to be super helpful. Let's see, there's the crafting table. I was wondering where I put it. It wasn't hard to figure out. Okay, I'm going to make some sticks, and I'm going to make myself a wooden axe to go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and finish taking down the rest of the tree. This is really good for starting off Mega Skyblock, admittedly. We get ourselves not only a huge tree as our first tree actually grown, but obviously, as I've mentioned several times before, all the bone meal we have. So that's really going to help us out. And yes, I do have the axe still on me. I was wondering. I was clearing out my inventory and was hoping I didn't actually put that away. Alright. So we're doing extremely good. It's a good thing that TGC went ahead and made ourselves the classes for us to play. And by the way, as of me recording this video, this map is not currently available to the general public. He submitted it to MCPEDL, but is not currently available just yet for you guys. He gave me an early copy, so huge thanks to TGC once again for providing me with that. But yeah, we're starting things off about as well as we could possibly, well, a lot better than we could possibly ever hope to get, which, not too bad, all things considered. Alright, so let's see, we've got ourselves some charcoal already smelted down in here, so let's go ahead and grab that. I'm going to go ahead and smelt down 2 more of these logs into charcoal, which is going to be super helpful. Oh, we got ourselves another sapling. Nice. Alright. So let's go ahead and take all of our logs, let's take all of our planks, and let's go ahead and convert all of our logs into planks and make as many slabs as we possibly can. There we go. Alright. Got ourselves a decent amount of saplings too, which is really helpful. I mean, definitely the most helpful thing we could possibly have at the start of this. And you know what? I think with the amount of resources that we have, I might be able to start a legitimate tree farm this very first episode. That has actually never happened in the history of me playing Mega Skyblock on my channel. But at the same time, I've never had the amount of bone meal that I've had at the start of it either. So there's definitely some benefits going on here, which is gonna really improve things a lot. Well, obviously it's already kind of happened at this point, but you guys at least hopefully get the idea. So what I'm doing right now, I'm actually making myself a few extra platforms, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take down some of this dirt. Well, actually I'm going to take down all of this dirt, and I'm going to expand it out. And the way I'm doing this is I'm going to make a 3x3 area of dirt from which we will be able to grow as many saplings as we possibly can. That's actually going to be really beneficial. I did not mean to do that. I forgot I was still crouching. At least I can pick this back up, which is helpful. Alright, so let's go ahead and put that up. Put up our saplings. And I imagine we're going to get more saplings as we go on. So I'm going to take out these sticks, take out our dirt. And you know what? Let's go ahead and take out all of our stuff from our chest right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab our chest, and I'm going to place our chest. Okay, so let's go and get our chest. I'm going to place our chest right here for right now. There we go. That's going to be so much more helpful. And I just realized I'm going to need to go ahead and grab the sticks and the planks back out because I want to go ahead and make myself a shovel. And the crafting tools over here. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a shovel. There we go. And let's go ahead and dig out all this dirt. There we go. And we're going to be placing these down, as I mentioned earlier, in a 3x3 grid. So one's going to go right here. One's basically going to be going in all 8 of these areas. And I did not actually set up that side. Unfortunately, that's not only too hard to go ahead and do. Let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, as I mentioned, I'm going to need to go ahead and get the slabs back up. I am really impressed that TGC decided to go ahead and do something like this to kind of make this new update really well made. So that is actually one of the best parts about this brand new update. So let's go ahead and place down 2 slabs like that, 2 slabs like that, and our last piece of dirt right there. So there we go. We are starting off extremely well. So let's go ahead and get out all of our saplings. So now what I can go ahead and do is plant down 9 saplings, just like this. And there we go. Because I was that one sapling I was trying to put down. Unfortunately, what I did was try to place it down on the side of the dirt, and that definitely doesn't work. There we go. Not too bad things starting off. I know I've said that several times over, and let's go ahead. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and take our slabs, and admittedly we don't have a lot of slabs, but we can do that. Get ourselves charcoal, and I just realized I am now out of sticks, but that's not a problem. That is admittedly not a problem. Alright, let's go ahead and get out our bone meal, and we're going to go ahead and bone meal as many of these trees as we possibly can. And this is obviously, yeah, we get ourselves another tree, not too bad. We should get, ooh, a little bit bigger tree. Alright. Obviously this means we're getting a whole bunch of wood at the start. Alright, there we go. And my whole goal is to hopefully have a decent sized tree farm by the time this episode is done. Obviously. And I think we're just about done growing these trees. Okay, so that's our last piece of bone meal. We got ourselves a massive tree already. So let's go ahead and grab our last stack of bone meal and go ahead and stand back a little bit so that we're hopefully not going to get pushed off the edge from where we're standing. And go ahead and bone meal this tree, which actually, come to think of it, I don't think this tree is actually going to be able to grow strictly because of one thing alone, the amount of leaves that are up at the top. Alright, I guess that's perfectly fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and start breaking down this wood. Alright, I have to be careful not to fall off of the edges, obviously, because that is the void down below us. Alright, and I think at this point, I could probably just save the amount of bone meal I have left over and let the trees grow naturally from here on out. Because that's basically what I did with all previous seasons, obviously, because I didn't have a lot of bone meal to spare. But this is really good. I know I've said that over and over again. You guys are probably tired of it, but this is really good going for getting things started. And obviously, in between episodes, what I'm going to do is going to be working on getting even more wood to start things off. But yeah, we are doing extremely well. Alright, got ourselves an extra sapling, which says always handy. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so we can get out this way. Alright. And I think what I can probably go ahead and do, let's go ahead, and that's not what I wanted to do. I was crouching admittedly. There we go. Let's go ahead and go out of crouch mode. Turn all these into planks. Make at least one set of sticks. There we go. And our furnace is right here. Let's go ahead and grab one of these pieces of charcoal and make some torches. There we go. So now we can go ahead and place torches down around the entire area so that the trees will at least hopefully have a decent amount of light to go ahead and grow. And let's make as many slabs as we possibly can. So we make 17 of these. So whoa, and we used up all of our wood for that. Not really too big of a deal, all things considered. Let's go ahead and finish this off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this out by one ring at a time, and I'm going to expand it out by at least maybe about 2 rings. And apparently I need to go ahead and break down some of these leaves in order to get across. Not really a huge deal. So the fact that we have all that bone meal again, and I need to probably shut up about this because you guys are getting tired of it. This is the best start we've ever had to a season of Mega Skyblock in the entire history that I've actually been playing this particular map. So kudos to TGC for coming up with this idea. Actually, I don't actually know if this was his idea or if another person on the Better United group came up with this. But either way, this has improved things by a significant margin. And I actually don't know if I have enough wood. I should. Obviously, I have enough wood to go ahead and finish this off because I've got plenty of trees growing elsewhere. But at the same time, I don't know if I have enough slabs in my hotbar to actually fully complete 2 rings, which, again, not a huge deal. I've got plenty of wood now. This is absolutely nothing compared to how things have gone in the past. This is going to be the least viewed video on the entire playlist, admittedly, because of how many times I keep repeating things. I just can't seem to get over how good things are going this first episode. And it looks like we're already collecting quite a bit of saplings to start off with. And actually, we might have enough slabs to completely surround this entire thing twice, now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, we have enough slabs to go ahead and do that. And one thing I could probably go ahead and do, I do eventually want to go ahead and get down some more torches, which is always going to be helpful. So I'm going to be placing down a few more of these slabs, and I don't think I have enough slabs to do the entire thing, but you know what, again, not a huge deal. So I'm going to finish that up with these remaining slabs. And yeah, I definitely don't have enough slabs to finish that off. So there we go. First episode of Mega Skyblock, Season 5, admittedly. And we have ourselves a really decent start. This is honestly the best thing that we could have at the start of a brand new season. But anyway, with that out of the way, I think this is actually where I'm going to go ahead and end off the video. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. One more than make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCPU0 to stay updated. This has been Zero Series. Thank you guys for watching. And again, in between episodes, I'm going to be doing a ton of work getting as much materials as I possibly can. But yeah, with that, I'll see you guys later.